Alright guys, so the bottom of the first flush setup is a 1/2 inch tube. So I got a scrap piece of 1/2 inch tubing. It's a new one actually, which is bonus. And what I want to do, I looked outside where my propane line goes out. As long as I'm on that horizon, matching with that one, I won't pierce the propane line, which is kind of important. So I'm going to sit on the floor, and I got a long 3/4 inch spade bit, and I'm going to punch a little hole in to run this tube out. And yeah, and it'll be kind of directly underneath underneath the maintenance for this thing. Now, before I do that though, I'm going to grab one of those buckets just to see if it's going to be interfering. Obviously, I want some sort of catchment under here when I open this thing up. So it's going to interfere a little bit, but as long as I hold this up above the tubing, I think we'll be okay. And plus I can get a shorter pail. This is just food grade ice cream tubs that I got for free. I gotta clean them out. They've been washed, but they've been sitting outside, so not very good. So I'm gonna punch a hole through right now. Get a bunch of styrofoam all over me, because I've yet to clean, because I'm about to make more of a mess. So I just gotta stay on the same height line as my propane line, and I should be okay. So even if I move over to like there, we go. So there we go for that. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put that ball in there and screw that thing in there, and I'll probably disconnect the tubing for now off of the bottom so I can screw it in properly. And we should be good, guys. So let me put this ball over here for a second. And I'm not going to gear clamp this tube, though I might have to, because that's quite a bit of pressure. I would assume I'm going to have to. So up the ball goes there. This guy gets tightened on. Make sure I'm not cross-threaded or anything. There we go. Tighten that up. That's pretty good. It's got a barb on the bottom, so I don't know if I'll need a gear clamp or not. Guess I'm gonna have to find out the hard way. Tied in. There's so much crap in there. Come on. There we go. We're through. Back to the wall. That's gonna work. And then I'll have to go silicone outside. And so for cleaning, I just pull the tube off, unscrew the cap there, guys, and we should be good. Yeah, I'll have to get some. I got some silicone in the truck or here somewhere that I can use to seal the outside up. And I'm going to leave the tube long like that so the water will get away. And I think I can put a what do they call it? A trap in outside if I loop it. But I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I think I'm just going to let her piss, and if a bug or something goes up in there, then they're probably going to be dead. So it's not going to be a worry because there's a filter in there, so they can't go up into the water setup. Yeah, I'll just leave it, silicone it. The strap, where's the strap at? So I strapped it here. I actually had to use the 1-inch, and I didn't pierce because I went through 2 thicknesses of the cage over here. Let's see if I can show you guys. So I went through 2 thicknesses of the cage here, and I got this real tight. I double wrapped it around the pipe. I think that's plenty because it's only this column of water. Even though water's heavy, you know, that should work. So I gotta clean up some junk here. I'm gonna do massive cleanup, then I'll get back to you. The next part is I have to do the rest of this. So I gotta come across here with a straight piece and a 90, and then I gotta hook up my bucket setup for the filtering, and then I gotta figure out how to get the filtering down into this tank here. Now the cap is not doable because the other tote is on top, but I was thinking about cutting a hole in the top of this thing. I already have some. I had to pierce this with a small needle in like 4 spots. I think the spots are like right here. You can't see them, but because the holes are so small. But I have to do that to let the air out, because as water goes in here, you'll get air pressure that pushes back, and if you don't let that air out somewhere, then you run into an issue. I learned that the hard way at the other property that the tiny house was plugged at. So when I was filling it with a garden hose, I'm like, this is taking forever, what's going on? I pierced it with a little needle, and it sounded like high pressure coming out. That was all the pressure built up from the air and the water fighting each other. So they're already in there, but once I add a little nozzle or something here to connect to the ceramic filters, then we'll be good. So I'll be back in a bit.